Oh my goodness. Oh gosh, 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 golly. I did not figure this shit out. Oh goodness gracious. Oh. I wish that. Welcome in, welcome in. As we're coming in, please tap the screen. I do want to hit 1,000 likes before I bring anybody up. Chubby, thank you so much for the heart me. There we go. I'm gonna need new headphones at some point. I'll figure that out. I'm gonna go through and send this out to all of my friends. If you get a chance, please do the same. If you think you can tell if someone in the bathroom is trans, I'd like to hear from you. Otherwise, please tap the screen. I do want to hit 1,000 likes before I bring anybody up. We're gonna share this out. Hopefully this gets sent out to my Discord server. If there's any mods in here of my Discord server, do you guys mind just sharing this if it doesn't pop up in the server as a notification? For those of you that would like to join my Discord, go ahead and just personally message me, and I will... Cool, it got sent out. That is fantastic. Okay, because I know... A ma in lipstick. Jesus Christ, what happened to your mouth? Car accident? Pedro, I see you. Guys, please start tapping the screen. I do want to hit that. Hold on. There, can you guys hear me? There we go. No one is going to stand up in the girls' restroom. Trans women don't do that. I have never, ever in my life come across a trans woman who does that in any way, shape, or form. If you think you can tell, please hop in the box, tap the screen. I do want to hit 1,000 likes before I bring anybody up. Cardi B, I have. Real men aren't women. I mean, sure? Yeah. I mean, technically, that's not wrong. Hi, Annie. Good to see you. Welcome in, welcome in. I'm seeing friends and whatnot. Hi, Jess, I see you. Guys, welcome in. Please start tapping the screen. I do want to hit 1,000 likes before I bring anybody up. Thank you for the follow as well. If you haven't, please join my team. It does help push this out. These conversations are important. As many people who would like to think they're not, they are, because it's not just about trans people. This is about a lot bigger of a situation than that. Thank you, Jess, for the heart me. I appreciate it. Mickey, if you think it's so easy to spot, go ahead and hop in the guest request. I want to see it. Oh, thank you so much for the roses. Christina, thank you for the heart me. I appreciate it. Carissa? I want to make sure I say your name correctly. Carissa, thank you for the heart me. I appreciate that as well. And we do have a guest request. Please keep tapping the screen. I do want to hit 5K likes. The likes just help keep the live going. Let's TikTok know that we are real people. Oh, thank you so much for the... Christina, thank you so much for the lightning bolts. Chubby, thank you so much for the roses. I appreciate it.
Hello?
Smitty, can I get your age?
22.
22? Cool. And do you think you'd be able to tell if someone in the bathroom is trans?
Yeah, I could tell easily.
How?
Just like by looking at them, kind of.
Thank you, Annie. By what?
Just like by looking at them.
That's
Do you want like
that's not a way to
further?
tell. Yeah, obviously.
So like, if I
Because
were to walk into the,
that's kind of a
it's
bullshit.
broad, yeah. So if I were to walk into a bathroom and see like, I could use you for instance. Well, no, because I don't know your situation, but anytime I've seen a trans person, like, if it's a man trying to be a woman, you see it's a man.
How? Like, what are the
You can
features?
look
What
at
like what
them.
features? What features do these people possess that is so just you identifiable that you could just like with 100% without a doubt you could say, yeah, that person is trans.
Well, not everyone has like eyes like me, but for me, I would say like your cheekbones, probably like your shoulders,
Your
strong features.
cheekbones and
Exactly. There you go. There you
shoulders.
go. Strong features. So Adam's apple, voice, cheekbones, like all that. So
Okay, so you don't think that there's not a single
yeah, Adam's
cis
apple is
there's not a
a good one.
single um woman who was assigned female at birth that doesn't have any of those features? Not a single one on this planet?
No, not an Adam's apple.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you have any sort of source to prove that?
I'm sure I could find one, yeah.
Well, you
Not at
better
the moment,
start
though.
go. Well, yeah, you better start going to dig because I'm not gonna let you really talk much more after this if you don't go get me a source. I'm not gonna drop you. If you go teacup right now and go find me a source, I will not drop you.
All right, man. I'll be right back then.
Yep, find me a source that proves that only men have Adam's apples.
All right, watch this.
Only men have Adam's apples. There we go. Aaron, thank you so much for the heart me, for the popular little, what is that? Popular vote? I don't know what that is. The team bracelet, I appreciate that as well. There's a lot going on. Holy smokes. All right, all right. While we're waiting for this guest to find a source that proves that only men have Adam's apples, if, like I said, if you guys would like to join my Discord, you guys can message me personally, and I will send you the link. Otherwise, please continue tapping the screen. Let's try to hit 5K likes. And what you got? Oh, and we're gone again. Thank you for the follows. I appreciate that as well. Guys, I appreciate
So
the support, the sharing the lives out. Thank you.
men's yeah. So basically, men's are always 100% bigger and more prominent. So that's what I
Yeah.
mean by
Do
strong
you have
features.
do you have a source for that?
Uh,
What, you're gonna have to just like every time that you swipe out, I can't hear you. So
oh,
like,
it's medicalnewstoday.com.
okay, I need like an actual like a .gov, a scientific study, not a biased. Um,
You just search it up. I think it should be the first one to pop
no,
up
no,
or
no.
the second
I
one.
need like an edu or a .org or .gov. Those are real sources that I'm.
But again, it's not really the point. The point is
No, no,
you
no. That
can
is the
tell.
point because if we're going to be able to prove something, I can't take a biased whatever medical source this is. Maybe I spelled it wrong. Say it one more time. Medicine what?
Oh, one second. So it's medicalnewstoday.com.
Alrighty, let's see what we got here today for the bias and credibility. Okay, just say hi. And what is the article title?
It's just called Adam's apple.
Adam's apple. What is it? What does it do? Males typically, do you know what typically means? Do you
Yeah.
understand what typically means?
Yes.
Okay. Typically means that it's not always.
Okay, but again, that's not the only thing that is visible that you could tell.
Okay, so what is it? What else is visible that you could tell?
I thought like anything.
You're just trying to pull shit out your ass is what it sounds like.
No, it's the same way I can tell you're a man as soon as I look at you.
How are you able to say that out? Like you don't know nothing about me.
Exactly, but I can still see because it's just hormones and how you develop. It's just how you develop, man.
It
It's
says
science.
female on all my documentation. My doctors know me as female. My mom knows me as female.
But you're a trans woman, right?
No, I said I'm trans. I never said trans woman. I just said I'm trans. There are other trans people. There's trans non-binary people.
Okay, but I'll
Gender
always
and
be able to
gender
tell
and
that you're a
sex.
man. I'll
Gender and
always be able
sex
to.
are two different things. You are making a bold claim right now. Prove that I am a man or a male.
Hey, and I'm giving you a lot of views, so you're welcome. But
I don't
want to.
really give a fuck about you, Smitty. So I'm gonna need you
You
to do
don't
me
care.
a
I'm
quick
making you
favor,
mad because
and
you're forever
I'm
gonna be
gonna
a
need you
man.
to. You made a bold claim by calling me a male on my live. Now,
Romans
I,
126. You're a man, bro. You're a man.
what?
You're a man. Romans
How?
126.
Hmm?
Romans 126. Search it up.
No, because I don't. I don't follow
You
the
don't
Bible.
care, right?
No, I don't care about the Bible. Sarah, thank you for
Okay.
the heart me. Smitty, come on. I need you to be so fucking for real.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah? Huh?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. Prove that I'm a man. Prove that I'm a male. Right here. You said you have so many viewers in here right now. Now you have to prove in front of all of them since you made the claim. How?
How? Wait, what?
My documentation says female. My mom knows me as female. Let's see. My
Well, you can
doctors
get
know
that
me as
changed.
female.
Because
How?
I assume you live in America, right? You live in America?
How do you know?
Because that country's fucked. They'll let you do whatever you want. Look at your. Yeah, like, what? I'm right. You have nothing to
Ender,
say because
prove
you
I'm
live
a
in
female.
America. They let you do whatever you want to change yourself.
Since there are people like you that
Because you
are,
want to pay money.
I am in the United States, by the way.
I know.
State of California. Okay? That
Oh,
is
that
my birth
makes it.
certificate. Okay? I have to fucking not dox myself. However, if you look nice and closely, see my name? What does that say underneath it?
I can't really. Okay, so that says female, and also, so when was this from?
Wit.
Is your birth certificate?
Yes!
So when you were born.
Oh, obviously.
So
Do you feel like a dick yet?
no, but I'm saying.
No, you don't feel
you're
like a
asking
dick?
me. No, I don't know, because you're coming up here. You're asking me a question. I answer. And then
No,
I
and
give you a source.
your answer's crap, dude. Like I need you to give me an actual answer. Like your answer is crap. You have nothing. You have nothing. You have absolutely nothing. You've said nothing of substance at all whatsoever in however long I've been live. Since you brought you up, you have said absolutely nothing of sense or like with source or well, you tried to bring up a source to which you missed a very key word there. Typical. So, Smitty, you made the claim I'm male. I showed you my birth certificate, which says female. I hold, right now, I hold the winning hand because I have the proof. You don't. You are
I
just
know, but it's not
stating
a
something
game.
off of, I could just tell.
It's not a game, buddy.
You're the one that's making claims, buddy. Come on. That is not a DMV document. That is a literal fucking State of California Department of Public Health.
Hey, Mossy, you big as hell. Mossy,
Smitty,
big, bro.
Smitty, you have about 5 seconds to say something of light, or I'm dropping you.
Okay.
5,
You're a faggot.
4. Yep, figured that was gonna come at the very end there. Have nothing. It's fantastic. Please continue tapping the screen. Let's head to 10K. I appreciate you all very much. Share this live out to anyone that you know that thinks that they could tell if someone in the bathroom is trans. Torin, can I get your age, please?
20.
Cool. And do you think you could tell if someone in the bathroom is trans?
No.
W.
Only if they're in a stall. No.
Wait, what?
If they are actually using the bathroom, no. But if they're like standing out in the open, potentially.
What do you mean potentially?
Well, I mean potentially. Like sometimes they. Well, I don't know. Some just keep their
would've
facial
just-
hair.
I would have just stopped with the no. Do you want to know
You know
why?
what? Fair. I agree. I should have just.
Because, and
stuck with them.
I say it. No, Torin, no, dude, you're fine. You're fine so far. The only reason I say that, and I'm dialing it back. You're not Smitty. I recognize two different people here. So we have to recognize, and we have to you know, women with PCOS are valid. Women with, say, a higher testosterone level, like Iman Khalif, the woman from the Olympics. Do you know how, like, the amount of anti-trans rhetoric that got pushed towards her? Somebody from Algeria, which is,
The
you know what I
the
mean?
girl that like was in the boxing fight and everyone thought
Yes, and everyone thought
I
was a
hated
man.
that shit so much. Oh my
Yes,
god.
that is why I'm doing this shit because you can't tell. They're gonna claim they can tell through and through, but you can't unless that person comes up and tells you directly to your face. You're never gonna be able to actually tell.
Yeah, that's just mental. I don't know.
What do you mean?
Like, no, I mean like, sorry, fucker, spacing out. Like,
No, you're good.
the fact that
Dude, I do that all the time. You're okay.
the fact that they genuinely like thought that she was a freaking trans person is insane. Is mental. That's what I was saying.
This is why, like, it sucks, but J.K. Rowling, I hate it. I hate the fact that I have to pretty much just be like, fuck Harry Potter.
I have so many friends that grew up with Harry Potter.
Yeah, I did. I did too. Kind of. I also had a mom that was just like, thank you so much, I love water for the heart me. I also had a mom that was like super religious, so there was a really good portion of my younger childhood when the first few movies came out, where my mom was like, witchcraft and wizardry is against the Bible. And she would like freak the fuck out kind of about it. It was really weird. Yet would be totally fine with me watching Lord of the Rings. Which I'm like, what the fuck am I missing here, you know? But Torn, I am gonna drop you down because I am looking for opposition for the current amount of time. But
Oh yeah, sorry, I know. Yeah.
no, but I am gonna give you
After
a
that
follow.
one guy, I thought you needed a cleanse.
I did, and that was a perfect cleanse. Torn, that's why I gave you a follow. I appreciate it.
Oh,
You were
thank you.
amazing. I hope you have a good night.
Yeah, you do.
Alrighty, we're gonna move on to the next person. That was awesome. I needed that little palate cleanser after the first guy. By the way, take it. We love the TikTok shop for the first guy saying the word that he did. We love the TikTok shop. If we could continue tapping to 10K, I appreciate you all so much. I can see you guys tapping. You guys are amazing. We are Smitty. No, you said you literally said a slur. I absolutely cannot allow you back on my panel. Jim, can I get your age, please?
55.
55. Cool. And do you think you could tell if someone in the bathroom is trans?
For the most part, yes.
How?
You just have that look. You can tell. Some.
What look?
Well, in the beginning, you can really tell. But
How?
I don't know. I can tell in their voice, the way they look, the way they walk.
So you're saying that there's not a single person who was, at birth when they were popped out, they were assigned female. There's not a single person like that maybe has a little bit more of a... No?
More what?
Any of those features? Like a little bit of a deeper voice, grows up to have a little bit of a deeper voice, maybe a little bit of a higher testosterone imbalance, which is valid and, it happens. Nothing wrong with it at all. It just kind of is what it is. But they have all those features. Does that automatically make them trans?
No, but for the most part, you can tell that they're trying to make a switch. You can tell.
Okay, so what about women
You
with
still don't hate
PCO?
'em.
What about women with PCOS that have could have a little bit of a scraggle facial hair, because like that's just what happens with PCOS, a little bit excess.
But that's very small.
Okay, so is the percentage of trans people? Well, wait, real quick, Jim. What percentage of the population do you think is trans? Like, this is a genuine question.
I would say it's a little more than, I don't know, 3%. Am I wrong?
Lower.
Lower?
So for
One?
and yeah, so the for the total percentage of trans people, just we'll take the states for example. It is like 1%. And trans women make up about 0.5 to 0.6% of that percent. So that means that zero point 0.6 of the population is pretty much what a lot of people were worried about. However, the other point like 4 or what a lot of people don't like realize is like there's trans men, there's non-binary people like myself, um, and like I mean we exist, and but like you can't necessarily
Well,
assume
how can you be non-binary?
because gender and biological sex are two different things. So gender would be like a social construct, how we um, perceive
How do you
ourselves and
ident-
move about through society.
so how do you
Huh?
identify? I mean, how
So
can you be?
I don't like sit on the like if you imagine the gender on a spectrum, right? Most people will sit on your two ends, right? But then you will have points in the middle, and those would be like non-binary people, and like non-binary people will feel possibly a little bit more masculine. They might possibly feel a little more feminine, and they might possibly feel right smack dab in the middle, and that's where you feel people like that are very androgynous looking, um, that you may not be able to kind of tell their gender right out the gate. Um,
So how am I gonna identify you out in the street?
that person, them, they,
Just that?
just that person over there with the purple hair.
So I can't come up to you and say, "Hey, sir. Hey, ma'am."
No, why would you do that? Or just say, hey, what's up?
'Cause
Or hi, how are you doing
that's
today?
kind of how I am.
No, I get that, but just say like, hey, or like, hi, how are you today? It's very
But
formal. It's
but
very formal still.
when I call you sir, when I call you ma'am, that's more.
Why?
Trying to think of the word, more personal,
But why?
because I want to get to know people.
Do you know what those are?
Sir and ma'am.
Yep.
Usually I can tell.
No. Do you know what they are? The
Uh,
words.
what they are.
They're pronouns.
I know, but I should be able to come up to you and say that right away.
No. I think you're assuming. You know what happens when you assume, Jim? Come on, we all saw the old thing. I'm 32 years old. Even I know the fucking saying. You make an ass out of you and me.
I know that part, but I guess we should all have name tags.
No, just walk up to somebody. Hi, how are you today? Why do you have to put sir or ma'am on it? Why? What is the necessity of putting sir or ma'am on there? Why can you not just simply say, hi, how are you today?
I feel like it's going against the grain.
What do you mean that's going? Hi, how are you today? That's going against the grain? When okay, I used to work at Starbucks many years ago, okay? When somebody would pull up to the window, or not pull up to the window, would pull up to the box, I would not be able to see them. I would just have to hear them, right? But I wouldn't necessarily know. I wouldn't want to assume, so I would just say, hi, thank you for choosing Starbucks. My name is Hayden. What can I get started for you today? Did you hear me once at all say, sir, ma'am? Did you?
I don't know. Some people like to be called sir.
Okay, that's fine. Some people can be called sir or ma'am. I would just say, like, wait till you get on a more personal level with that person before you just randomly start calling people sir or ma'am. Like, your boss, who you know for sure is a man because you've had very long conversations. Good morning, sir. How are you today? That I would understand. But, like, a random person on the street, I would just say, hi, how are you today? Do you see my point?
So, what would your pronoun be?
Mine? are technically they them, but I will also do she her. Is also fine because I was born female.
Physically physically or mentally.
I was born female. It says on my birth certificate, female. My mom knows me as a female.
Okay. I'm not trying to upset you. I'm just
No, I know, but like this is like the point that I'm trying to make. One of the
okay.
reasons why like I come up here, I don't really wear makeup too often and stuff like that is to get people to understand that assuming can fucking make you look like kind of an asshole.
I hope you're not calling me that.
No, 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 no. I'm not calling you
Okay.
an asshole. I'm just saying like people are assholes. Does that make sense? Because when we
Well,
assume, we assume. I feel like I'm gonna have to have it as part of my prompt. Like when you assume, and I'm gonna have to circle the ass, and then like put an underline under you, and then put a box around me. Just be like, I'm gonna end up referring to this like 10 times in this live alone. But
that'll probably be the next
yeah, right.
session.
That'll be my next prompt. Is all right.
Yeah.
I need everyone to understand that when you assume. But all right, Jim, I am gonna drop you down.
Okay.
It was decent talking to you, but I just
Sure.
wanna I just would like to implore you, or I would encourage you to just try to take more of a neutral approach at it.
You have to realize I'm 55 too.
Oh, I know. But I take it that you're strong man. Like you got this.
Okay.
See, I just assumed right there.
Yeah, see?
Was I right though?
Yeah.
Oh, I was hoping I was wrong almost. All right, Jim. I'll see
Okay.
you
We'll
later.
see you.
Have a good night. Alrighty, we're gonna move on to our next guest. I appreciate y'all. Um, cool. Wait, wow. Okay, 13,000. Wow. If we could go for 20,000, there's 95 people in here. I know we can do it. I appreciate everybody that's been patient in the guest requests. I am about to bring up my next guest, but again, yeah, if we could continue tapping to 20K, share this one. Share this live out to anyone that you know that might think that they know that somebody in the bathroom is trans, and let's have a talk about it. Oh, I have a friend, my co-host, who I was not paying attention to in the request. How long were you down there?
Yeah, about 5 minutes. I just wanted to say
Okay.
hi.
Hi.
Hi. I'm an asshole. How's it
Y-
going?
Proudly. Wears it like a badge of honor. So it's great. It's great.
How are
Did you
you,
want to hang
man?
out?
Of course.
Oh, fantastic.
How are you?
I'm honestly doing okay. It's been nice. Started out a little hot in the live. Then I got a nice little palate cleanser by somebody really nice. That last guy was, we had a little speed bumps, but seemed like a really awesome guy.
Seems like a
Um,
nice married to two and a
yeah.
half, I'm assuming. I'm assuming the two you're gonna get married.
Oh, dear God. Are we talking about me and mine?
No, you and Jim.
Oh, dear God, no.
I assumed.
No offense, Jim. I'm not saying you're not a catch to somebody, but not me. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Oh, Katie, I love having you on my panel.
Oh, don't say it too loudly. Somebody might get ideas.
That's very fair. That's very
No,
fair.
say it louder. I don't care. What they're gonna get.
I'm so tired of the infighting. I can't. I literally
Oh, you're
can't.
talking about the thing from this weekend.
I don't even know what happened this weekend. So
Okay,
fuck.
never mind then. Yeah,
Then
yeah.
you're gonna have to message me, cause fuck.
Ooh.
Sam's not loading in. Sam, if you would like to re-request, I might come around
Hey,
later
quick question. To get hot tea, what do you do?
to get hot tea.
Yeah.
Uh,
Boil water.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, hello. How are you?
I'm
hey,
well. Thank you for asking. So can
can I
I?
get your
Yes,
for just for TikTok? Can I get
I'm
your age?
40.
Cool. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing? Thanks for asking.
Doing okay. Another
I want,
day.
I want to be
Winding
respectful.
down.
I want to be respectful here, and I want to read your background and try to answer the question.
Sounds good. Go ahead.
How do I
Yep.
know someone who is using the bathroom is trans? If all of the stalls are closed, and there's a line, and this person walks up to the urinal next to me and pulls up their skirt and stands there and goes number one, that's how I know that this person is trans.
You don't think that there could possibly be a guy who just is dressed up for possibly, I don't know, Halloween, theater performance,
No, because when
just
they're
likes to dress like that?
What about women that stand?
no,
to,
because when they're
women?
talking with their wrists, like dropping their wrists when they're speaking, like you know.
They could just be a gay
No, I
guy.
don't. I really don't know. What? Kilt. I saw EJ in the comments too. ADHD friend. Hold up. Come here. I'm not gonna add you up. I'm sorry. However, EJ, I just followed you because I also have ADHD. As you can tell, I just broke concentration terribly. However, yes, kilts exist.
Yeah. Also, like in some African countries, they have stuff that look like skirts.
I did not say I
Also
was
in
in,
America, we have dashikis, which kind of look like them.
I did not say I was in Scotland or Ireland or wherever you might think.
But
I'm in the
aren't there kilts in America?
I'm in the United States of America.
Yeah, last time I checked, I'm pretty sure that there are people that wear kilts in
Yeah,
America.
I have a kilt, and I live in America.
Oh, do you?
Yeah,
Close your kilt.
I have kilts. I have skirts. I have dresses.
No one, unless you're an absolute moron, no one has ever seen a man wearing a kilt and was like, wow, look at that person is feminine. I've never done that.
I have.
Do you think so? So when you
Like-
saw,
But women,
off
wait, are you
of
saying
a-
women?
oh, wait
are
a
you saying
second.
that
When you
women-
saw William Wallace,
are you saying women can't wear kilts?
when you saw William,
kinda-
wait a minute. When you saw,
Are you saying that women can't wear kilts?
never
Can't wear
said that.
kilts?
That's not.
Because
That's a
that's kind
skirt.
of sexist. Women can wear kilts.
That's a skirt.
No,
No. It's a kilt.
No, it's a skirt.
Women can wait. So if a man wears a kilt, it's a kilt. If a woman wears a kilt, it's a skirt.
Yep, exactly.
That is not how
so
that
what-
works.
so isn't-
There's a
doesn't that mean
balance
that the man-
between femininity and masculinity, boys. Okay.
Oh, hey,
You
Chubby
don't
just
even
said.
know
Chubby
what
just
the
said.
fuck.
My dad wears a hiking coat. Like women can wear kilts and men can wear
Amos.
kilts.
Do you want to know why I brought you up?
Because I put MAGA in the chat.
Yeah. So, do you support Trump?
1,000%.
Okay, cool. So you remember that executive order he signed where he's like, "There's only two genders, and it's at
And
conception."
we're all women. We're all women.
Yeah, we're all female. No, my dude, Amos, that's your guy. That's
Yeah,
your
but can
boy
I
there in the
answer
White
that?
House that signed that into play.
It is true. That is his boy.
That's your boy in the White House that's fucking in there that's be
You know what?
signing
Yeah,
that
yeah.
shit.
Can I answer to that?
Yeah. Well,
Cool, I'm
you're
glad you
such a
brought that
pretty
up.
female.
I'm glad you brought that up. Okay.
Oh, you're such a pretty female.
So what you're trying to say to your whole entire chat is that men are more special than women because we're all women. The ones that are actually made with, exochromosomes, we're more rare.
Exochromosomes?
We're more rare than women, right?
Wait. XO chromosomes? Are you sure about that?
Are you talking about an intersex condition, Amos? Or are you trying to give me the chromosomal pattern for males?
No, I'm trying to do what you guys do and do
Wait a minute.
throw red herrings out there everywhere.
Wait a minute.
okay?
XO chromosomes. Wait a minute. What chromosomes do you think females typically have?
XX, genius.
Wait, sorry. Could you repeat that?
It just came out of my mouth. If you couldn't hear it, that's your
I
problem.
couldn't hear because Hayden's beautiful laugh was overpowering your transphobia. So, what chromosomes do females typically have?
I don't know. Why don't you tell me, since you don't know?
Well, you're the one that
What-
said
what-
XO,
what
and
a
I hate to
woman
tell you
is.
this because I said this, you are right. Females typically do have XO, but they don't only have XO; they have other ones too. Do you know what they are?
Exactly. I said this because I knew you were going to go here, okay? I jumped the gun before you even did it, okay? That's exactly
But you said
what
that
happens.
we said females have XO chromosomes.
You're doing great, bud.
No, I did not say that.
You did.
No, I did not.
I hate to tell you this. Hey, Hayden, are you happening to record this?
No, actually, I ran out of space on my computer, so I'm in the midst of trying to get an external hard drive. However, I have
Okay, that's
not been a
fair.
bad girl today on this live, so if I were to end right now, we could bring it all back together and see what happened.
Wait a minute. Did you say I'm a bad girl right now?
I said I
Ooh.
haven't been a bad girl today. Yes.
Are you female?
Yes.
Can you explain that to me?
Can I explain that to you?
Respectfully,
Can
yeah.
you?
Well, let's see. On my birth certificate, it says female. My mom knows me as female. Hold up, not done yet. My doctors know me as female. Last time I fucking checked, I was female. I was born female.
Wait a minute, Hayden. When was the last time you checked? This
Last
morning?
time I checked. Hold on one second.
No.
Yeah, no, it's still there.
Oh my God.
Why is your background say how do you know someone is using the bathroom is trans? Why is that up there?
Because it shows bigotry at its finest, and it's the easiest way to just
Can I ask,
I throw a net out, and it's like pulling in the like, it's like Jesus Christ when he did that to that fisherman or whatever the fuck it is in the Bible, where he was like, boom, the nets were like full. Yeah, I just put that up there, and people like bigots
nets
just
were full?
flopped up
Oh,
onto
that's
onto the deck.
And the bigots were
that's the
full
that's
in
the
the net.
bigot bait.
So
Yeah.
I got a
Yeah.
question.
That's bigot bait.
So I got
So
a, I got.
bigot,
I'm gonna
bigot.
I'm gonna test your logic. Is that
Wait,
okay?
whose logic? Hayden's or mine?
Both of yours, actually.
Oh,
Oh, honey.
fantastic.
Okay, let's do this. All right. So, are you guys for kindness or not for kindness?
That depends.
Human decency and kindness.
That
It
depends on
depends.
who it is.
Yeah, and it depends
That
on
is
the person
that's
because-
subjective to the person.
Yeah, because Hayden's nicer than I am, I guarantee that, or kinder than I am.
Okay, no, you can answer that. I'll give you the scenario, and then you can answer that after. Then, so
Okay.
so you guys took off. Say you're together. You took off. You're in your vehicle. All right. You're
Hi,
head
KT.
okay, and you were in a stall, a bathroom stall, on your way to Las Vegas. Okay.
Okay.
I like this so far.
Middle of
too.
middle of nowhere. Okay, no one's there. You're listening to this all go down. Okay, you're in the women's room. Obviously, your stall is closed.
Wait, I thought we were in the car.
Okay, you had to stop for a number one break. Okay,
Oh, okay. Okay.
so you're in the bathroom listening to this go down. So you have a woman who has to use the restroom, so she pulls over. 2 o'clock in the a.m. She runs into a bathroom stall, and along comes some dude with a beard who has a skirt on, who enters the female stall because he's not willing to go in the men's room.
Wait, the female stall? There's no such thing as a female stall. Do you mean the
Yeah,
women?
last time I checked, yeah. I've never heard of a female
You
stall.
have a biological male entering a woman's space.
Yeah, but how do you know that that's a
Because
biological male?
even though the men's room is fully opened,
Wait, but how do you know for sure that that is a
Can I-
biological
can I-
man?
I'm telling you it's a biological man.
Oh, okay.
So this is
That just shows your bigotry right there.
This is
This
Oh
is a
my
bigoted
God.
whole approach. The whole damn approach is bigoted.
Yeah.
I feel like an asshole regardless. I'm good on that. I don't want to sit
No,
here
listen.
and entertain your bullshit
exactly.
bigot.
There you go.
Like,
You
no,
lost
wait,
already
dude,
because
because
said
you
no.
How about
already-
this, Amos? How about this, Amos? You got Hayden's answer. Ask me.
Oh
I
yeah,
want
yeah,
to
go
see how
ahead.
this goes. This is going to be fun.
Oh yeah, okay.
Okay, so small little lady, scared of the world, has to stop and use the women's space. Okay, runs in there as quick as possible, goes in her stall, locks her door. Some big burly dude with a beard, okay, wearing some shade of pink, walks into her space when the men's room is completely unoccupied, fully open, and he feels he has the right to do this because he in some way or another is a woman. Okay? Explain to me how that shows respect or kindness to your fellow citizen.
Okay, that's easy. So are you saying the person is a trans woman?
I'm not sure. They're wearing a
Are
shirt.
they? Well, I mean,
They're
you're the one
wearing.
making this.
How do you know?
You're the
How
one.
do you know
Listen,
if
please.
someone is a trans
Listen.
person?
Listen, please. You are the one making this scenario. Is this person a trans woman? Yes or no?
Again, how do you know?
Well, you're the one saying that this
That's
is a
the
biological
background
man.
right
If
in
there
front
were-
of you guys.
Listen, please. You said this is a biological man, and now you're wondering if I'm okay with him going into the women's bathroom. I'm wondering, is this a transgender woman? Yes or no?
Again, how do you know?
Well, how did
That's
you
why
know
I'm
it was a
asking you.
biological male?
Biological
Because
man.
he pulled up his skirt and when he was at the urinal.
Okay, so
Wha-
wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait. Now, how? Go
This
back
is
to your.
hilarious.
Hold up. Wait. No. Go back to your situation, Amos. How do you know that that man in the situation, or that person in the situation, was a biological male? How did you know that? You said
said
that.
man.
You said.
Hayden,
Hold up.
Hayden.
No.
He
I need
did say
everybody.
man.
Stop. Hold on. Listen. Okay. You said we drive up to this place. Okay. The lady in the car gets out, goes to the bathroom. Okay. You are technically still in this car. You said, Amos, that a biological man. How do you know that that's a biological man? If you're just chilling, how do you know that that's a biological man that's walking into the women's restroom?
Oh my gosh. How do I know?
Yeah, how do you know?
I told you.
For sure. With 100% certainty.
you 100%
With 100% certainty, boo boo.
Boo Boo, listen, I started this entire conversation by
Oh,
telling you
Pookie.
that he pulled up his skirt and he was standing at the urinal. Okay?
You just said. Why would you. Wait. Why would there be
Respectfully,
urinals in the
respectfully,
women's
how
restroom? Why would there be
respectfully-
urinals in the women's restroom?
Respectfully, you need to
Hayden.
listen. Respectfully, you
Hayden,
need to let Tease take this one.
Do not fucking tell me how to fucking act in my life, Amos. That'll be a real quick trip back down to the comments.
But you're walking in circles right now, okay?
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Hayden, to be fair, there are female urinals
Where?
in other countries.
Okay, we are talking about the States. He literally said, on the way to Vegas.
I didn't give you that scenario. I didn't tell you.
Yes, you fucking did. Do not gaslight me. Do not gaslight me, Amos. You said it was me and KT on the way to Vegas. Don't you fucking try that. Don't you gaslight me. Don't you fucking gaslight me.
You're
Don't you
angry.
fucking
You're
gaslight
angry
me.
right now. Why?
Because you're being a disingenuous
Wow.
fuck. Because you're being a disingenuous fuck. You're a bigot. You're a fucking bigot.
Dude, look
Cry
at you
fucking harder,
crashing
Amos.
out.
Cry harder,
Hayden?
Amos. I can crash out all I
Hayden,
damn well please on my
what?
life. This is my life, Amos. I can crash out all I damn well
Hayden?
please. Because you're a bigot.
Hayden.
You're a fucking bigot. What up, KT?
Wow.
So here's the thing, right? Female urinals. I'm pretty sure they exist in America too. Let me do a quick check.
Dude, I live in the state. I promise you, there is no urinals in the women's restrooms.
You ever heard of
He's-
a bidet?
A bidet is not a urinal.
That was
bidet is
wild.
not
I
a
swear
urinal?
to fucking God. A bidet is not.
a urinal. Did you hear that, chat?
Okay,
Did you hear
Excuse
that?
Do you know what a
Excuse me.
bidet is?
excuse me.
Oh,
So the
shit.
wall-mounted. Listen, please. There are wall-mounted unisex urinals in America. So there's that.
Are they in Vegas?
And then there's, let's see, until the 1970s, a few female urinals were available in the United States from different manufacturers, such as this Standard Stand by American Standard Companies, and Hygia by Kohler Corp. In the 80s and 90s, various concepts and prototypes were proposed, although most of them were not developed beyond the design stage. Female urinals have become more common since the turn of the millennium and are marketed commonly, particularly in Europe.
Amos,
And then there's more stuff about different places. So yes,
Amos,
in
you're
America,
fucking
there are
cooked
female
regardless of how you look at this. You are cooked on both
Are you
ends.
self-proclaiming your victory right now?
I don't even need to.
That's what you're doing.
No.
It
Here's the
looks so
thing.
bad.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
You're the one who said a bidet was a urinal, fool. Oh my god.
So wait a minute. Wait a minute. Chat.
Amos, I hate to tell you this. Amos, but
You are so
I wouldn't
cooked.
care. I wouldn't care what bathroom anybody uses.
That too.
As long as they wash their hands.
It's
Can
also
I don't
it's
care.
also a public restroom. Public.
So wait a second.
Yeah.
Public.
Host, are you saying that there's no drainage system on a bidet?
A bidet
It's
is
called
not a
the
toilet.
toilet.
It's
A
called
bidet
a
is the same
bidet.
thing
A
as a
bidet
toilet.
is what is a bidet?
bidet is hooked up to a toilet.
What do you do on the toilet, genius? You urinate when you sit down, genius.
You don't urinate
Oh
in the
my
bidet.
gosh, this host! Wow, chat. Come on,
You don't urinate in a
Come
bidet.
on. this I can't make this stuff up.
Amos, you don't.
This is
urinate
MAGA
in the
people.
bidet.
This is fucking
is-
MAGA. This is who's running the country.
This is never
Just
gonna
so
win
you
an
know.
election.
This is who's running the
This
fucking
is
country.
amazing.
Yeah.
What is a
This is
woman?
hilarious.
What is a woman? We can change.
I know the woman.
We can
Oh, wait a
change the
minute.
topic
This
if
is
you want to.
crazy.
Let's change
This
it.
is crazy.
Yeah, you're right.
Here's a
You're right,
crazy-
Amos. We're gonna change the topic. We're gonna change the
Wait a
person.
minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. I got something for you, Amos.
Amos is gone.
ready?
KT.
Oh, I'm just gonna show.
KT.
Hmm.
What is it? I can't.
Yeah.
Hold on.
No, a toilet is not a bidet.
Also, a toilet is also not a urinal.
Yeah. Sorry, Amos.
Holy smokes. Like that is the party that is running the United States of America. And why is the stock market crashing? Because of that. Why are veterans losing benefits? Because of that. I will continue going. Why are we allowing criminals to run from, insurrectionists to run around? Because of people like that.
So here's the thing, right? It says, no, a bidet is not a urinal. It is a plumbing fixture designed for cleaning the perennial area after urination or defecation, not for urination itself. Which means you don't pee in it, my dude. You don't shit in it, my dude.
Fucking hilarious.
It's for washing your goodies. That's it.
We love the TikTok shop. Can we please continue to tap into 25K? I appreciate you all. Thank you, thank you.
I can't believe that happened, Hayden.
Yeah, I can't either. And by the way, I don't care if you people think I crash out. I don't fucking care. Like I don't care. Like some of these people deserve it. And I have no problem with doing that. Like I am so fucking sorry, but like I will crash out on you if you are a disingenuous piece of shit.
Don't worry, guys. I won't crash out on you. I'll just make you look like big idiots. And then Hayden will crash out on you.
Yeah, there you go. Luis, can I get your age? Is it Louis or Luis?
The way you want. I don't know.
I don't know. Okay.
You can say Lewis. Fuck it. How you doing?
Fuck, dude, it's gonna fuck me up if I'm pronouncing that wrong now, cause like that's
No, it
a
don't
that's
matter.
that's
I don't
that's a
stress about
big
it.
difference.
I don't stress about it. Don't worry.
All right. Louis, do you
Yeah.
think? Oh, well, actually, sorry, I forgot to ask. How old are you?
Oh, 27.
Perfect. That was for TikTok. I just as long as you're over 18. But thank you.
Okay,
Uh,
that makes sense.
Do you think you could tell if someone who is using the bathroom is trans?
Yo, to be honest, that's a very difficult thing to do. You can't do it. You can't pinpoint anybody.
Boom, boom. W. Luis in the chat.
So,
Please.
man, me respectfully, man. Like I believe I'm a straight guy, but if you're mostly attracted, if you're a straight guy, you're attracted to feminine, right? So that's what you're gonna pinpoint from across the street. And then when you bump into them and you start talking to them, and then they start expressing their values and their point of views and whatnot, that's when you be like, oh, that could be a guy, that could be a girl. Well, me, respectfully.
Yeah, like you talk to like and that's the whole point. Is like this is pretty much like how in passing, like just simply passing without talking to a person, like in passing, how would you be able to tell if somebody's trans? That's pretty much the whole thing. But you got the answer correct. You wouldn't be able to pinpoint somebody unless you talk to them, you know?
I mean, obviously, there's past points of view, like in the past points of view, like hey, somebody's brolic, and you'll be like, oh, that's a guy.
Oh yeah,
But
no, definitely.
but I've seen brolic girls. Like I've done
Ex-
karate. I've
exactly.
seen
Ronda Rousey,
and
like that woman, fucking. Holy
see
shit.
Ronda Rousey. She's brolic most definitely, but
But she's
the
a
way she
badass
talks,
as
the way
fuck.
she says she is, she says she's a girl. You feel me? Like, and she's in the women's league.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it's a different story. But
Yeah.
bro, you think you're a girl, right? You said
Me?
you were a girl. Yeah, I was listening to
Oh,
the.
I use she, they pronouns. I'm trans non-binary. The she is pretty much there just because, like, it's a lot easier for me to move about society as a woman. That these are just keyboard warriors, regardless of what they say. I don't usually get misgendered in passing. I also wear makeup in public. I do this without makeup to try to get. It's not to rage bait, but it is to show people the prejudices that they hold to their highest like level, and to be able to hopefully like educate and to kind of be able to deconstruct those prejudices and biases.
And I think you were saying something along the lines like assumptions are like a form of disrespect. You could like, but I believe assumptions are mainly used to protect yourself, quickly identify something just to see if it's a threat or not, in a way, right? Or to quickly assume how I should treat you in
But
a
like
safe
you're
way. Like, let's say, for example, if I was to see you and I was to assume that you're a girl, and you were to attack me, I would know the limitations of how I should punch you, like how strong I should punch you out, if I should hold back or if I should walk away. You know what I'm saying? That's not strictly to um, disrespect you. It's just to quickly know how I should react and behave. If that makes sense.
So I mean, yeah, I can kind of see that. I personally like, so I work security in some nightclubs, and to be frankly honest with you, when I got into like really shady situations, I didn't give a fuck about somebody's gender. I didn't give a fuck about their sex. It was at that moment I was just it was get out of the way and connect, and that's it. Like it doesn't matter. I just knew
I
that
respect
like
that.
this is a human, and I know the points of a human that I can hit to do real damage. It doesn't matter what their gender or their sex is assigned at birth. I'm going to do damage regardless if I need to, you know. Oh,
I wish the world worked like that because I know me being a guy and a girl punched
okay,
me.
KT.
I know for a fact if I wasn't to hold back, it would be a different story for that girl. Feel me? So
Right, but if we go back to like say like Ronda Rousey, like you think if you punch Ronda Rousey in the face, she would have the same reaction?
yeah. Let's say for
You
example,
think you
Ronda
knock
Rousey-
no? You
know
think you
John
knock
Jones,
Ronda
right?
Rousey the fuck out?
No. Let's say for
one
two
hit?
professionals. Let's say two professionals, right? Ronda
Okay.
Rousey and Jay Jones.
Okay.
Who do you think is gonna win that situation?
I still think though that fucking even if Jay Jones gave like Ronda Rousey a like full force hits, I still think that Ronda Rousey, like I'm not saying that she could win necessarily. I don't necessarily know like the the matchup on that level. But
I mean-
like I still think that Ronda Rousey is scrappy as hell. However, she
Unpredictable.
could. However, I've seen it before where she could just hit that one spot just right, and it doesn't matter how big you are, you know. It just happens to be that one spot,
like a
or you
shot.
get popped
Yeah,
in the
like a
nose
shot,
in the
yeah.
right place. You get popped in the nose in the right place. Night night.
Oh
Good
yeah,
night.
we get hit in the solo plex and the throat. Yeah, I can see that. I can see
Yeah.
that.
Like she could, like that's the thing is like
Well, we gotta talk about
when
reaction
we
time,
when we
all that.
step out of the octagon and you step onto the streets, it's just scrapping. Like it doesn't matter like who you are. Your goal is to survive. Like I personally, whenever I've been in situations of survival, it has just been like, sure, yeah, you can like judge their size or whatnot, but I'm not judging that based of like, this is a male, this is why they're so big, you know, this is a man, this is why they're, you know, dressed like this. As I'm about ready to fight somebody, I'm over here just like, okay, this person looks roughly around 6'1", You know, they look like they've got maybe a little bit longer wingspan than I do.
Okay.
Well, actually, they would have a lot longer of a wingspan because I'm only 5'7", so
You
6'3"
have to cut these
would be a lot longer of a wingspan. However, kneecaps exist. That's my favorite place to hit.
Definitely. Nah,
But-
I'm not, but yeah, just letting you know,
Mhm.
I voted for Trump. We're not all like that. Feel me? So, I don't like categorizing people, type shit. And you got to know something. No matter who you voted for, nobody's gonna completely represent who you are. Nobody.
Okay.
Like we could get along as
Can I
friends,
ask?
and we're gonna have some disagreements and whatnot. We're not gonna follow through. You just gotta choose the greater evil of the two and choose what you wish more to happen than the other. If that
Hey,
makes sense.
will you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Will you message me? I'm gonna follow you because I want to pick your brain. I want to know why you voted for Trump, but it's gonna be a little off topic. So we'll have a discussion either on a different day when I run this live, or like you just personally message me, and I'm sure I could we could just chat.
I don't mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could
Because
do like
I really want to pick your brain and kind of see like why you voted that direction. Because you're right. Like not every person, like not every candidate is going to represent exactly everything that you want. And to pick in that sense. So I want to know kind of what your qualifiers were for that. So
Yeah, for a fact, because I didn't like how Trump was talking about certain girls out there, like he was calling them fat and whatever. I'm like, nah, that's not me.
yeah, no,
I would
it's,
never.
it's rough. No.
Disrespecting
And
is never the goal. Should never be the goal. Just getting
And-
your point across should be the goal, not to disrespect anybody in the front.
I would
But,
I will tell you right now, you're probably one of the most respectful Trump voters I've ever come across. So that's another reason why I want
try
to
to be.
talk to you about it. So because you said that and I was just like, that didn't
like-
click for me. So I want to see where that
Let's
goes.
stick with this, right? Not trying to put her on the spot. You saw how Kamala Harris was putting up a whole bunch of these artists shaking their booty and whatnot. I'm like, bro, I understand that's cool, but that shouldn't be part of your.
We'll talk
me?
about it more in
Yeah.
chat. All right.
If we could do like a Telegram call. even
Yeah,
better.
absolutely. Yeah, no. Or we could just do another live. I'll run a
Yeah, I don't
Trump
want to
topic.
take. I don't want to take up the live. But
All right, thank you
for
so much.
talking. Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Luis. I appreciate it. Have a good day. All right, we're gonna move on to the next guest. That was interesting. I only have friendlies in the request. How long have I been live? I think like, where is Jess? Are you here? Oh God, if you guys, I don't care if you're MAGA, I don't care if you voted left, drink water, please. Please drink water. Like, I care about the well-being of humans, and I don't care. If you exist, I don't care what country you're from, woman, man, male, female, doesn't matter. Water is for everybody. Correct, Amy. That is 100%. If you think that you could tell if someone in the bathroom is trans, hold on, I'm gonna see what EJ has to talk about. EJ, what's up?
Hey, how you doing?
How are you?
Hey, I'm doing all right. Before you ask me, I'm 40.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Wait, I know we just followed here. Did you have anything that you wanted to say about this background?
Oh, well, I mean, the answer is you don't.
Okay, cool.
Right.
You are as cool as I thought you are. So I was like, ADHD, please come in for the win.
Right.
perfect.
Or the answer might be if you know, the two of you hit it off and start talking and they seem cool enough, then the answer would be you ask them.
Exactly. All right, EJ, I am gonna drop you down. I am trying to look for
Well,
opposition.
hang on a sec.
Oh.
If you don't mind, I did have a different take on it too.
Absolutely. Yeah, go
So,
ahead.
so are we really worried about quote unquote men dressing up as women and going into women's restrooms, are we worried about, is it a trans issue or is it an assault issue? Because I think it sounds to me like we're actually, what we ought to be worried about is the men who would take advantage of this situation to take advantage of people, in which case it is not a trans issue, it's an assault issue, and it's a men's issue.
WEJ in the chat, please. Thank you. That is it. That's it. That is the winning answer right there. It is a cis man issue. It is not a trans. It's not trans women. It's not trans non-binary people. So W for that. EJ, that was.
It is. You all are the poor scapegoats and the whole thing, man.
It's
There are
kinda shitty.
jerks out there taking advantage of people, and now there are even bigger jerks taking advantage of you all to cover up the people.
And
It
it's
sucks.
what a lot of people don't realize as well is with this whole of like everyone needs to go into the bathroom of their assigned sex at birth. Like trans men exist, and trans men like these men that they're just trying to describe and whatnot, trans men look exactly like that. Full beards, some of them are bald, you know, like have defined jawlines, like are men. And now because of that, they have to go into the women's restroom. And now because of that, those assault, the SA perpetrators, I gotta be careful about that word. I just realized
Oh,
that.
I'm
so-
sorry. I did
No,
that a
you're
whole
good.
lot.
You
I
didn't,
don't-
I didn't correct you, so you're totally fine. But yeah, it definitely allows those cis men to not even have to dress up anymore. And what I always
Yeah.
told people is like, people are like, well, it's just the female bathroom. I'm like, it says women's. I was like, also, like, it's a public restroom. There's no like magical barrier that just is gonna keep you out of the bathroom for some weird reason.
Exactly.
Like, you know,
And,
like
you
it's
know,
not because like you have like certain DNA that all of a sudden you go to try to walk into the women's restroom and just
Yeah, well, and let's pretend for an instant that there is a guy, a cis man, that wants to go into the women's restroom to, you know, SA a woman. They don't need to put on a skirt to do that.
Correct.
It's just as easy for them to. It doesn't change the situation at all. It's not like. Never mind. You know, that's it. That's
No,
all I
no.
wanted to say.
EJ, that was 100% on point. Again, WEJ in the chat. Thank you. God, you and I are friends for sure. I appreciate you.
Much love.
Thank
Much
you.
love.
Much love. Have a good rest of your night.
You too. Bye.
All right, bye. Yes. ADHD. Love that. All right, we're going to move on to our next guest. I love the name. Misogyny
Thank
Beware.
you.
I love that.
Yeah.
Can I get your age though for TikTok?
You know, I'm 40 also.
Cool. And do you think you'd be able to tell if someone in the bathroom is trans?
You know, sometimes you can, and most of the time you can't. And but I just really wanted to pop on. I know you're looking for ops, but I see so often just a bunch of dudes talking about this, and no one ever talks to a woman who's actually in the bathroom, who is the target of all of this discussion. Like, our voices aren't really considered. So I just wanted to throw mine out there.
Absolutely.
So my experience, I have so many trans women friends, and I know they don't want to do anything that would put them in harm's way or make women feel uncomfortable, cis women feel uncomfortable at all. And you can tell blatantly when you're looking at somebody who's just putting on a dress to be an agitator, a man who's putting on a dress to be an agitator versus a legitimate trans woman.
Yeah, all of those traits that a lot of these people like the face full of hair and stuff like. I'm like, I mean, I guess, but that doesn't sound like a trans woman. That sounds like one of those cis men that dress up. Is what that sounds like. Is when they describe that.
Man in a kilt is what I think.
That abandoned kilt. Yeah, that was a fun thing. We had that conversation earlier about the kilt.
Right. But I mean, people can express
Yeah,
their
you never
gender
know.
how they feel, and there are some cis women who grow beards, and etc. And that's fine with me. But you can really tell a difference in the demeanor of people, whether they're just there to exist or if they're there to cause problems.
Yeah.
And quite
No,
honestly,
absolutely.
the people who suffer the most because of these shitty bills are trans people who are going into bathrooms that they have to use with people who are generally unaccepting. And the people who are hurt the most are the trans women who are hurt the most. And it's not cisgendered women because of these bills, it's trans women who get hurt.
Cisgender women do get hurt because of these bills, though, because of
like butch
yeah.
lesbians, etc. That's true.
Yeah.
And that's the only
it,
sort of
it affects, it's
Like-
widespread.
and men wearing police officer outfits, etc., are going in the women's room and assaulting cisgendered women.
I
Because-
saw that. Was that the one that was in Atlanta?
Something like that. But I'm a
Where
lesbian
they pulled-
myself.
They pulled that like mask presenting black woman out of the bathroom, like made her show her ID and everything like that.
Yeah,
That was
and
so
they
weird.
were. Yeah, and so this is hurting cisgendered women. Thank you for bringing that up. It hurts.
Yeah, no
cisgendered
problem at all.
women because the spectrum of gender expression isn't being honored when we're trying to force everybody into this binary. What it's doing is it's actually hurting the people they're saying they want to protect, and then villainizing the people who are actually being victimized. It's just ass backwards.
No, 100% it is. No, it really isn't. And something I wanted to touch on as well, to kind of piggyback up what you were talking about, or what we were talking about. Nancy Mace, Lauren Boebert, two representatives in the House of Representatives that pulled a cisgender woman out of the restroom who they assumed was trans, because Nancy Mace had written into law that trans women are unable to, or that it wasn't just to affect trans women, it affects all trans people in the federal government, but she was aiming for trans women as the main scope of it. And it's like, how are you gonna write these bills into place and then fuck it up on your first go round of like trying to call it out, like so
It's just absolutely ridiculous, and it's on full display how ridiculous this is. But we're living in a time and a place right now where people don't give a shit about facts.
no,
Like,
and
they
it's scary.
It's entirely scary. This anti-intellectual BS has just taken over. Measles, because of the anti-vax, anti-science stuff. Like, we're seeing
I hate life.
eradicated diseases coming back. Polio, because people are like being smart.
Did we really get polio back?
Yeah, I hear it. They found it in some of the sewage testing outside of New York City a couple months ago.
Holy crap. Would I be really sad, or would it be really sad to say that I hope that polio hits Donald Trump like it did FDR?
Oh, I don't feel bad about any of those things. I used to be all peace and love, blah, blah, blah. But at this point in time, like, if folks are out here trying to cause havoc and hurt people, I think it's fair to want to fight back against that.
Yeah.
I am tolerant, but I'm not tolerant of intolerance.
Thank you. I'm
Damn.
so happy I heard somebody else say that finally.
Damn
Oh
right.
my goodness, I just gave you a follow. Thank you so much.
Hey, I'll follow you too, pal. But yeah, I'm looking
Oh,
at the
thank you.
comments from I know that we're in a conversation with each other, but it's so interesting to see the folks just full blast on display, showing how little they know, how little they understand, and how little curiosity they have in reality.
Oh yeah, it is. It's wild. Like my comments get pretty intense.
Yeah.
And they've gotten a little bit better. It's usually at the beginning is when they get really bad, but like when my mods slowly get through them and whatnot, it's usually a little bit better. But-
Yeah. It's just so interesting. Hank is like, voicing an opinion is not spreading hate. When you voice a hateful opinion, that is spreading hate, ding ding.
I was about to say racism is an opinion.
Yeah, right? And that's spreading hate. I don't know why this is
No, but the second you try to call them on that though, they're like, no, I'm not racist. Okay. I'm not saying you are, but you're okay with it, obviously.
and I
Because you're
think,
down with everything else.
Yes, and I honestly think that it's really short, like that you don't exhibit a lot of understanding of how racism, sexism, etc., all of that works. If you think that it's just like a switch where you either are or you are not.
You know, something else as well that I thought about is going back to the whole idea that the patriarchy hurts men as well. This whole like all of this anti-trans stuff, I thought about it, is this affects everyone.
Oh yeah.
This affects everyone. It affects cis men because it's feeding into the misogyny and the patriarchy, and it's just causing more and more damage as it spreads, and it's rough. It's rough to see.
Yeah, it's absolutely true. By going after people who are sitting in a gender minority, what they're doing is they're trying to force us back into these binary boxes of this is male, this is female, which are absolutely necessary, or man and woman, which is absolutely necessary to maintain the hierarchy in which men sit on top of the pyramid.
Yeah.
And they can control women and do whatever they want. And trans people and queer people are grenades to that system. The fact that we exist outside of that binary means that that binary is BS. And that's why they come and target.
100%. 100%. Well, it was a pleasure talking to you.
Absolutely. You take care now and keep
You as
fighting
well.
the fight.
Have a great day.
You too. Later.
All right. That was a great conversation. I just have one request, and it is a friendly. I think I'm gonna end it here. I felt really off today. However, this was a great live. I appreciate everybody that has been here. I can't stop laughing. Okay. Whatever floats your boat. If you haven't already, give me a follow. I appreciate it. That way you guys can stay in touch and know when I'm going live again. I try to go live every day, roughly around like between 4 to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, every day. And I'm going to probably slowly start to be cycling in new topics as well. I know that I've got friends in all walks of life from the LGBTQIA community, so I'm sure that we can do more than just trans topics as well, because let's face it, the bigotry does not stop there. I would like to say the buck stops there, but it does not. So, but yeah, if you haven't followed me already, go ahead and give me a follow really quick. Thank you guys for tapping, for sharing. You guys are amazing. And I hope that you guys have a great rest of your night. If you would like to join my Discord, send me a personal message here on TikTok, and I will send you the link. I appreciate it. Y'all have a good night. Thank you.